Hello, everybody. What is up? I know it's a lot different. We're on different platforms this year. We're on a new setup this year. I know, y'all. Let's talk about the growth. But what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Savon, and you're tuned into I'll Grab the Wine. I'll Grab the Wine is a show for the girls and the gals who sometimes need a little wine to say what's on their mind. Here we celebrate success, blackness, and womanhood. So grab a glass and listen fast, and I'll grab the wine. Y'all, I am so excited today. So it is our 1 year anniversary today. Officially, we have been doing I'll Grab the Wine with some of the most successful, beautiful, and talented women in the Dallas DFW area. So shout out to all the women that's been doing their thing. And, they stopped by and grabbed the wine with me. So I'm so excited for that. I'm so happy for that. And thank y'all for being on this journey with me for 1 year. Oh my God. So, shout out to Complete Magazine. Complete Magazine is about to make their 1 year in February. So, y'all, we doing the daggone thing. I am so excited. First things first, before we get into anything else, shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Say My Name Media. If you're looking to improve your online presence through photography, videography, web design, and graphic design, be sure to check out www.saymyname.com. Beauty on a budget, that's only at Face Off Boutique. Everything there is $30 or less. I know y'all see my lashes. Face Off Boutique, and that's on period, poo. Make sure you check them out, www.faceoffboutique.com. Of course, since it's our anniversary and it's the top of the year, there's nothing else that I'd rather talk about than goal setting and making sure we're going and getting it, and we're goal getters this year, y'all. So here today to talk to us about goal getting is Ashley, y'all. I'm going to tell you more about her when she gets on, and she's going to tell you more about herself. But let me bring her on real quick, y'all. I'm so excited. Ooh. Hey. Oh, yes, ma'am. It's the yellow for me.
So first of all, I wanted to be super dressed up, super cute, but it all boils down to what we're talking about today, goals, and I was working out. So you know how that goes. So I came how I am now.
See, the thing about it is that we're women and we're on the go, and that sometimes that means we have to do an interview looking, however, it's really not about how we look. It's really about the information and making sure that we telling other women, yeah, we real and it get real out here.
Exactly.
So, I'm just thankful. And let me tell y'all, okay, so honestly, because I want you to tell about you, but I want to tell about you too. I like bragging about people. So the reason I followed her was because of her smile. Now, mind you, I've never met this woman in person. I just thought, I think somebody, a mutual, reposted you. And because they reposted you, I was like, oh, her smile is so beautiful. And so that's really why I followed you. And then I was like, oh, well, she does smiles for a living.
Exactly.
And then I saw how hard you was working out. I was like, oh, let me, I was really into you at that point. Like, I was sucked in. I was like, okay, I got to get my life together because that could be me. That should be me. But tell everybody about you.
I love it. Yeah. So my name is Ashley. Born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which is like South Florida, Miami area. I moved to Dallas in 2019, right before the pandemic hit. I'm the only child, no kids. And I just was like, you know what? Why not? I came here and visit Dallas, and I was like, let me just do it. Let me just get up and go. I just got up, got in a U-Haul, and put my car in the back, and me and my friend drove here. And literally, I've been here since. I do have a smile business. I actually, I've been in the dental field itself. I've been a dental professional since 2009. So that's about 13 years now. But I started my teeth whitening business. So I own a business, Sparkling Bright. I actually have 2 locations. One in South Florida, back home in the Fort Lauderdale area. That's my first baby. That's my everything. And then when I moved here, I opened up my location. That's where I'm at right now. My teeth whitening studio in Dallas, in the McKinney area to be exact.
Okay.
I opened that up. I had my grand opening in June of this year. So I thank you. I have 2 locations now, and I whiten teeth. So not only do I whiten teeth, I've gotten to the point where I've been actually 2021 made my 10th year in business. So I opened up my business in 2011, and I did mobile whitening. So I would go to people's house. their home, their place of business, wherever you wanted to whiten at, guess who was there? Me. So with that being said, I did that, and I even started doing like having people come to my home at that time to do whitenings at my home, right? But it became too much, so I was like, let me get a location. That's when I got my location back home in South Florida, and then eventually I started doing training. So I started training other women to start their own teeth whitening business or add it as a service to their beauty bar. So a lot of women have like beauty businesses, like body contouring, lashes. Let's say I get a lot of girls who do eyebrows or microblading, all that type of stuff. They want to add it as a service to their business. Mm-hmm. That's what I love the most. I'm kind of getting out of the whole like doing the whitenings myself because I have a techs back home now, and as well as here. But I love teaching women how to start their own teeth whitening business, helping them out with like strategy sessions. I did a live yesterday where I was just giving out a bunch of tips and tricks and advice and ideas of how to better market yourself on social media, outside of social media. So that's what I love. That's what I do. That's me. I'm a smile lady. So that's me. That's all about me right there as far as my business. I went full-time entrepreneur. So I worked in the dental field up until last year. I gotta remember this 2022. Up until last year, August, I was able to finally quit my job and just be a full-time entrepreneur in August of 2021. So that is my life now. This is my life. This is my baby. This is everything to me.
That's so beautiful. That's so awesome. We love a good growth story, honey. We love it. We love to see it. And I also love that, you're going through all of these transitions in the midst of a pandemic.
Yes, crazy. I know.
Like at the beginning of the pandemic, you're, switching areas from Florida to Texas. And then not only that, you're saying like, hey, like now, mind you, we're still in a pandemic. You're saying, hey, I'm tired of actually whitening teeth. I love doing it, but I think I find more enjoyment in, helping other women build themselves up. Yeah. We love to see it.
Yes. Thank you.
Girl. So, okay. So today we'll be talking about goal setting. And we'll talk all things goals, really. So why will we will be talking all things goals? I mean, it's just the first of the year. Exactly. We have to get goal oriented, ladies. If we aren't already, it's time to do a self-check and self-evaluation with your favorite accountability partners. Yes. So let's get into it. So today I have a couple questions for you and we'll get into the conversation from there. But first things first, I feel like we have to talk about the past in order to get to this future and the goal setting that we're trying to do in 2022.
I agree.
So first things first, I'd like to discuss your last year. How did it go for you personally? Like, can you tell us the highs and the lows?
It's so funny. I literally talk about this. One thing I pride myself in a lot is I'm super transparent. So I let my girls who I train, let them know it's not always peaches and cream. It is not all. I'm gonna tell y'all the ugly. I'm gonna tell y'all the ugly I went through, so y'all don't have to experience it. Hopefully, And then if you do experience the ugly, how to handle it. Don't handle it how I handle it. So if you want to talk about the past, we can go back to this year. But if you want to talk about the real past, I started my business when I was 21. And let me tell you, it's the 21 back in. Yeah, I'm 31 now, y'all. So I'm actually about to be 32 in March. So with that being said,
girl, I want whatever she's drinking.
Aw,
I have two of them.
So funny thing is, I'm so sad because I can't drink wine with you right now because I'm doing like a fast, and my fast was to sacrifice like alcohol. Oh girl.
It's okay, sweetie, because
okay. Okay, good. So with that being said,
I gave it up too, but I was gonna tell that to the folks later on. But since you're being vulnerable, I thought that's tea. That's hibiscus tea. I'm trying to be
exactly
look like her. Dang.
So, the last year, 2021 was my most profitable year, ever. Since being in business for 10 years. That was my most profitable year thus far. And that's because what I realized last year is in order to see change, in order to make more money, in order to You just have to do things different. You can't do things how you did it for the last 10 years. Do something different. So I did a lot different. I hired a marketing strategist for my business. I hired a virtual assistant for my business. I hired a different graphic designer. I even had a financial advisor and a business advisor that came. They were together, but I had a financial advisor. I did stuff that I never did before. Hiring a marketing strategist, and just to let you know, marketing strategists are not cheap. So I did all that, and my business definitely took a pivot. I definitely scaled. I realized who my target audience was. That's huge. A lot of business owners don't know who their target audience is. So they're just trying to get business, not realizing you're not even marketing to the right people. That's why you're not getting the sale, right? So I did so much changing when it comes to my business. And I know that's really why I did so well this past year, 2021. So as far as my goals, I exceeded my goals. I mean, Black Friday put me over and beyond my goal for 2021. So my 2021 profit, business-wise, money-wise, should I say, was awesome. Now, when you want to tap into the personal side,
because we're gonna get into it. Don't you worry about it.
Okay. I didn't know what you meant. Okay.
Maybe we do everything here.
Okay.
This your first time on the show. Maybe your first time watching after you watch this again. But honey, I like to pride myself on being a platform that allows women to be as transparent as possible in all forms of life. Yes. Because I allow myself to be that vulnerable with my sisters here too.
Love
it. We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
So let's celebrate you first. We'll let you have your moment, your shine. So go ahead and tell us the highs. So you told us the highs. Now
yes,
let's meet it with the lows, because personally I experienced more lows in 2021 than I have in a very long time, and it made me realize that I am far more resilient than I gave myself credit for. And so let's tap into that. Like, can you give us some times where you was like, whoo?
So when it comes to business, times that I were leaving my 9 to 5, so what I realized, so to leave my 9 to 5, I realized I had to do some type of a 9 to 5 checklist, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to save up a certain amount of money. Mm-hmm. You want to put things in place and things of that sort. That sounds all good, but it don't work out like that, unfortunately. It sounds great. I'm going to save this. I'm going to make sure I do this and have this ready. It don't work like that. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, when I left my 9 to 5, I legit cried, because let me tell you why. I loved my 9 to 5. I'm not like the typical, most people in this world, I didn't realize this, like most people don't like their jobs. Most people do not like their jobs. I loved my job. I loved it so much that I knew I was supposed to leave a long time ago, but I didn't want to leave because I loved my job. But I knew, yes. But I knew I had to leave because what it was doing was I wasn't making the money up. So go ahead and sip it. I knew it wasn't. I was neglecting my business. And what I tell a lot of people is when it comes to your 9 to 5 versus your business, everybody's goal is to leave their 9 to 5s, and do their business full time. But in order to do that, you have to start treating your 9 to 5 like your side hustle, and treat your business like your 9 to 5. So I was at that point where I was ready to treat my business like my 9 to 5, right? And I couldn't really do it because I was so busy with my 9 to 5. I was a consultant for dental offices. So I've always been in the dental field, office management, dental field, and stuff like that. So I knew I had to do a pivot, but that was really sad. That was a low moment. Actually, that was a low moment, so low that after I left, I had to take time off. My mind wasn't all, I was just sad, we all cried. Like, it was sad. So that was a low moment. Another low moment I had was my graphic designer, who I've been dealing with for years. Me and her had to separate because we just wasn't seeing eye to eye anymore. And she's the reason why my business in 2018 scaled so great. Like, she's the one who told me to start being more personable, start showing me on my social media platforms more, and that's what made my sales get better. That's what made me hit my goals every month. But me and her had to separate ways, and it wasn't the nicest way that we separated. So that messed with me a lot too. That was a low moment. And other than that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm glad I'm having this conversation with you, because it makes me realize, like, you really don't have much to complain about in 2020.
Okay. And so do you see when I first hopped on, I said we're all accountability sisters, because it's like, I can't lie to you. We get so caught up in because one thing happened, we think that
Mm-hmm.
it's the end of the world and it's so catastrophic that we'll never, ever, ever get back on track.
Yes.
The whole time, that event, that thing that happened was supposed to happen the way it did.
Correct.
So go and be your absolute best and go and be who you were called to be. You walking in your purpose. You doing things that, divine intervention came and you thought it was something bad.
Exactly. That's so true.
Whole time it was your blessing. You had been praying for it had came and knocked on your door. But it is what it is. We all go through it.
Yep.
I think too, because this is a show like where, like I said, we go back and forth. This is a conversation. This isn't an interview. This is us getting to know each other.
Yes.
Like a blind date, except for on camera.
Exactly.
And so, I think for me, a lot of people didn't even know, except for the show did a little bit, because even some people that watched the show, be it that we're on a different platform, I know some people may not really even know what's going on. Like, girl, what you got? But I was sick in April. I was sick in April, and April had me down until like July.
Wow.
And nobody really knew. I was still doing I'll grab the wine. I would do it and I would put on my happy face, right? And the whole time I'm like behind doors, not doing well. And so, and this isn't even COVID, which is the crazy part.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is like real life. Like, oh. So yeah. And so once I got better and once I, kind of made my way out of that, I'm an entrepreneur full time, and a lot of people, they want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't know that it takes a different type of emotional being to be an entrepreneur. You have to know you. You have to be in tune with you. You have to know that you're the absolute best. There's only one of you, and it doesn't get any greater than you.
Yes.
Which sometimes, especially when you're going through things physically, you start to feel like maybe I'm not this person that I say that I am. Now you start second guessing yourself as a person, not even as a business owner, but as a person. Like, am I as resilient as I think? Because if I were, would I even be in this situation?
Right.
So I'm going through these things, and then now mentally I'm starting to put things in my head that, hey, maybe I'm not that good, maybe I'm not that great, because now my business is suffering and I'm not making money. The whole time it's really because I started my business as a business, then I got too consumed in making sure that everything was done my way that I started doing everything and from a business to a trade. And I was like, dang, what has gone wrong? And so when I say trade, it's no offense, but a trade is something that you have to physically be there for.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't. I built my websites, but I had people under me. But when you're not able to communicate, it's like, let me just do it by myself.
Yeah.
So, stuff started to suffer. Bills started to pile up. And then I graduated and I'm thinking I'm supposed to be on this high. I don't even feel right because I'm not where I thought I would be after I graduated.
Right.
Financially, I'm happy. I'm celebrating, celebratory because I have my health. But it's like, but what?
Yeah.
So I went through this period of a lot of self-doubt. And I'm glad that I had the people around me that I did. I'm glad I had my family. I'm glad I had my son. Just look at his smile and literally tell myself it's gonna be okay because he needs you for it to be okay. And it was my family, my parents, both of them pushing me and telling me, you did all of this. Like, you literally did X, Y, and Z. It's nothing anybody can tell me about you. Yep. And it was like I needed that. I had I had a little friend, a little special little friend. And he was very supportive and he helped me more than words could ever really express financially, pouring into me, my mentor, pouring into me all of the time. And it was just like going through that period. Sometimes I still feel the effects of going through that. I still, till this day, being an entrepreneur is no punk. I'm telling you. So
No.
it's like, I went through all of that, and now I'm still pulling myself out of, that self-doubt. I'm still pulling myself out of, the habits that I formed when I was doing that, because I was working out every day. I was doing this, I was doing that. And now I've cut back on all of those things. And it's just like, I'm really having to redefine myself, not just then, but now. And I think it's a beautiful thing, because it's transformative. And anything, I guess now I'm in this point where I consider myself a butterfly. And I can't wait to see, a caterpillar, because after the caterpillar comes the butterfly.
Yeah.
So I can't wait until I, bust out of my cocoon. But I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers, but if you thought that entrepreneurship was easy, Miss Ma'am,
it's not. No. I saw a meme the other day that said you left your 9 to 5 to work 24/7.
It's no break, sweetie.
It's no breaks. All gas.
It's no time off. But that doesn't mean that it's not rewarding. And I do want to add that. Like you were saying with all of your stories, I mean, those are all success stories. Everybody wants highs like that. Look at you beaming. Like you literally said, like, I did have some bad moments, but at the end of the day, I did good.
Exactly.
And I mean, not to say that my dark times didn't help me, because baby, I thought I had everybody in my corner, and God is so good that He started removing people left and right, and I felt better.
Yep. So seriously, we need those dark moments sometimes. We need them. That's how you build character. That's how you we just need them. For sure.
Yeah, those are all character building moments. So, those are the highs and lows that I went through, and I'm glad that you were able to share yours. And I think that is so sweet that, we built these genuine relationships, and that it was tough for you to leave your job.
I know. Who would ever thought, like, wait, you like your 9 to 5? People were like, wait, you like your job? I'm like, yeah, actually, I really do. I love it. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's actually really beautiful, and it's refreshing. So moving forward, what do you believe you could have improved on last year?
Ooh, so one low I didn't mention, because I don't know if it's really a low, but I do want to improve on this. This is one of the biggest things I talk about I want to improve on is my leadership skills. And what I mean by that is, to me, and this could be different for everybody else, the hardest part of business to me is mainly one thing. The second thing, I think that's hard for everybody, but whatever. The hardest part of business to me is finding a good employee, finding somebody with work ethics the same as yours. Also, not to mention, payroll is usually your biggest expense, one of your biggest expense in your businesses. So let's not even forget about that part. But I also just finding somebody with the same work ethics as you. And I feel as if maybe I didn't communicate effectively. Communicate good enough that I could find somebody that was the person I really wanted, and I thought I would keep around forever. So I just feel like I need to do something. I have to take more leadership, maybe read more books or go to more workshops or something. But I definitely want to improve at that big time. My communication with my team, because one thing I realize is we got to be the motivators. We got to be the one. How do we motivate these people that have them feeling how we feel?
Okay, so let me tell you something. Because, like I said, this is a place that we converse, baby. So, have you read the book Good to Great?
Say it again.
Have you read the book Good to Great? If you're looking to improve your leadership, I would definitely read that. What is Good to Great? Good to Great is by Jim Collins. Yeah.
Okay.
And you also should read a book called Real Leadership. Leadership 101. That's
okay.
I'll send you all of this.
Please.
I am a book connoisseur, okay?
Okay, I love it. I'm here for it.
So let me tell you about Good to Great. Briefly. So in the book Good to Great, it literally says you cannot make anybody want to work. You can't do it. It's not possible. What you have to do is find people who want to get on the bus.
Yeah.
Want to go wherever you going. It don't matter if y'all is going down the street, taking a right and a left, and ending right back up at the same place. You want to be on the bus because you're there, and it's So building this person, impossible.
Okay.
Not real. And let me tell you, that is what I'm talking about as far as my 2021 struggle. Girl, when I tell you, so I told you I had people that was working under me.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, what the heck is going on now? What? No, excuse me. I didn't say that. I said, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Because I leave for 5 minutes and y'all act like this mug is supposed to burn down.
Right.
It's supposed to keep running.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing?
Yes.
So, good to great is a really great start.
Okay.
It's a really awesome start. And Real Leadership 101, that's a very, very close second.
Okay.
Very close. And Real Leadership 101 is a very short book. So if you want to, get your steam going, then
Yes.
start with that one. And then you read Good to Great. And after you read that, you'll be like, girl, because I was like, girl.
Now, what made you read these books? Was it because of the situation you were going through, or this is just some book somebody threw at you and you was like, let me just read them?
So my mentor does a really great job at saying, here, go read this book. Here, go read this book. Mind you, he has over 30 years of experience in his field.
Yeah.
So he's an avid reader. And anytime I start to go through something and I start just feeling my soul, he'll say, oh, it's time for you to read this one. Oh, it's time for you to read this one. Yeah. And he's given me these books 1,000 times before. But, you never know that you need that in your Rolodex and to just have it on hand until life really starts hitting you. And then they remind you like, hey, maybe you should go pick up that book one more time. It won't even feel the same as it did the first time you read it.
Yes.
It's so different. I mean, I feel like that with the Bible too, but it's just like, oh my God, I needed that right then and now.
Yes.
So go read Good to Great and realize that we're just living in a different time. And a lot of people lack loyalty. And that's no fault of yours.
Yeah.
That's just the fault of the world that we live in right now. And you have to really hone in with your spirit and what you and who you are and tap into that. To be able to find the people that you want around you and that you need around you in order to make your business boom. And that's for everybody that's watching. Like, you have to be a different type of energy to attract the things that you want, and realize that a lot of people, they just gonna be them, but they can't be that around you.
That's it. Right.
So moving forward, because baby, you got an amen corner in those statements. You really do. What are some things that you did last year personally that you want to leave in 2021?
Okay. Personally, that I want to leave into some things that I did. I would say I have a bad habit. It used to be way worse, but it's getting a little better. But I still have that habit of being a yes person. Meaning like, I really don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because you're a friend, and I want you to, bump my how I feel afterwards, or bump how I feel while I'm doing it. But I want to be a good friend. So I want to get more to like no, and I don't really have to explain to you why I'm saying no. So if I don't want to hang out, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that, I'm gonna say no. I don't care about anybody. This is my selfish year, and I know it's so cliche. Everybody's like, this is my selfish year, the year of me, but I really mean it. And it already started this week because friends want to go out, when friends want to have fun. New Year's Day, friends want to go out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not on that. I'm good. I'm not. Nah, New Year, like for real, I'm not trying to go out like that. And I would say things that so those are things that I did do that I want to not continuously do in 2022. But there's a couple of things that of course that I want to completely there's things that, for instance, like self-care things that I want to do more of. But that's not really answering your question. But yeah, those were the things that basically I would not want. That's one of the things that I would definitely not want to continuously do in 2022. And that's for sure being the yes person, like always saying yes and going against what I really want to do.
I can agree with that wholeheartedly with every piece of my being. I can agree and I can attest and I can say, girl, I'm working on the same thing because, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to me
Yes.
to be present for you and not for myself. And I'm not
Yes.
going to do it anymore.
Yes.
That's not who I'm choosing to be. And I'm happy for you that that's not who you choosing to be either. So, moving forward, we've talked about the past. Now we're going to briefly get into the future and get into how we can, collaborate as women, as a sisterhood, in order to help each other and hold each other accountable. So, what, how do you write down your goals? How do you get to these goals?
So I know every year my mom, I'm the only child. So every year my mom is going to buy me a planner, and they're the cutest, most, I'm like, where did you even find this? Like, this planner this year that she got me for Christmas was not even, it didn't have any months in it. It just has like, 1, 2, 3, which is supposed to be months, but it's more so of a goal, a daily goal, a monthly goal, of your dreams, your visions, ways to get there. So the daily tasks you're going to do to get to those dreams, to those visions, it's very detailed. I love it. So I'm big on every day after work. I don't care what time I get off. I have to do a to-do list for the next day. Couple reasons I do that is because, and I know a lot of people do to-do lists the morning of, but I do better with doing it at night because, first of all, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, turning our brains off is almost impossible. So at night, I did end up getting a lot of anxiety. So to help combat my anxiety, I like to write everything I'm thinking, right? I want to write all of it down. So then basically I'm writing my to-do list down for the day because I'm thinking about, dang, tomorrow I got to do this, I got to do this, I'm going to write all that down in a to-do list. Everything I want to do tomorrow or everything I want to do that week, right? Because one thing I'm learning to do as well is to not think I can do those 20 things in one day. Like, stop doing that to myself. I know my peak hours. I'm learning myself as the years go. I'm learning myself. Like, at what hour during the day I'm able to create content. When I'm my hype is and I want to create content. My lowest points when I don't want to create content. Maybe I just want to follow up with people and things of that sort. So I'm realizing what part of the days I can do those things. So just writing all that down at the end of the day to prepare for the next day, that helps a lot too. For me, it does. When it comes to goal setting in my to-do list for the next day or that week for sure. But other than that, okay, so remind me. So I want to make sure I answer the question correctly. What was the question again?
So you answered it. It was, how do you write down your goals and how do you get to your goals? And I think that's really important that that you said that at night you kind of can't turn yourself off and see. And like I can sleep through the night, but once like my body senses that it's like morning time, so we're at like 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
I'm done. I'm up. I'm good. I'm straight. And a lot of people be like, why do you go to sleep so early? Because I know myself well enough to know that at 4 o'clock, no later than 5, my brain is moving and it's ready to physically get up out of bed and start doing my day and start planning everything out in my mind and what makes sense to me. So I think what you said was beautiful and wonderful. And I want to highlight it is that, ladies, we have to, it's a continuous journey in learning yourself and learning what works for you, because we're changing, we're always changing and evolving, and that's a good thing, that's a great thing. But as we change and evolve, the way we do things has to change and evolve as well. So I love that that's something that you said. And that really puts me into the next question is, what advice would you give to someone who is goal setting, who's looking to start, crossing some things off of their list?
So advice that I give people when it comes to goal setting, I would just maybe the biggest thing is I would probably maybe just try to write down all your goals, but don't try to. The thing I do, and I realize a lot of people do this as well, is we think that, like I said, we think that we can do all of it at one time. We think that we can just accomplish it all at one time. Then we get overwhelmed, and guess what? We never go back to looking at that paper again. We never go back to look, because that paper to me makes me think about just being overwhelmed, right? So I don't want to look at it. I don't look at that paper. It brings negativity. I'm not getting to it. I don't feel like getting to it. But take it one day at a time. If you write down 20 goals, maybe one for the month of January, try to do that one, accomplish that one goal, and then another goal. Like, we don't have to do all of it at one time. Like, we don't have to do that. So that's the biggest thing I think about goal setting. And what I do is, when I do setting goals, I separate them. So like, personal goal, business goal, And then I separate even personal. So personal, like, wellness. So like, working out, health, because that's important too, right? Getting those checkups, going to the doctor, dermatologist, wherever, right? And then I do like personal self-care goals. So like, today was my day off. So Wednesdays I have now, and I never used to be like this. I was like, day off, I'm a business owner. I don't need a day off. I'm 24/7. We don't sleep. No. That mentality is so old. Please get rid of that mentality. You need rest, you need sleep in order to be productive, right? So Wednesdays are officially my day off. So I do self-care Wednesday. So this morning, I did a massage. I did a massage this morning, pedicures, took myself out on to lunch. Like, I want to do, I'm trying to do more stuff like that. So I think separating your goals helps a lot too. Not just like saying these are the goals, but like your personal goals, your wellness goals, your business goals, even goals with family. I want to talk to my cousin in. Yeah, I want to talk to my cousin in Michigan, at least once a month. And that's stuff like that. Talking to my friends, going on dates with my friends, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, and I think that, just in recent, just because I'm a Twitter girl, I'm a girl for the Bird app. I feel like everybody on there, or at least the people that I'm, tuned in with or tapped in with, they often like get so caught up in their financial goals that it's like we lose sight of that we're not here just to make money. We're not here just for that. We're here for genuine relationships, and we're here to help other people. And in turn, that helps us.
Yes.
So it's like this year I literally said, which is crazy enough, is that I said I'm about to go back and make the inner child in me happier.
Yes.
Because somewhere along the line, I lost touch with that. And to me, that's my creativity. That is what makes me creative. And somewhere along the line, like I said, because I really did have a rough 2021, I lost who that was. And moving forward, I don't want to lose her because she's really special to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going back, like I'm for real, like I'm going back to playing basketball every day. Like every day when I was in school, I would play basketball, and I'm gonna reward myself with that. Exactly. And then every day when I was a kid, I would sit and eat dinner with my family. So even if it's not every day, I'm really gonna start doing those things and implementing them because it means something to me.
Yes.
So yeah, and then on top of that, like my ultimate goal is to be the best mother that my son could have. So like we're having more tap in times where we're really just tapping in and zoned in, and it's me and him. Because that's important to me, and he's only gonna be this little for so long, So I really value and appreciate that that's even something you shared, because we live in a society that says work. No, baby, rest.
Please rest.
Get you some time off. Like tap in with you. Like, and then just to say this and throw this out on y'all, self-care is the bikini wax. Self-care is getting your eyebrows done. Self-care is getting your hair done. Self-care is whatever you want it to be.
Self-care is celebrating your small wins. And when I mean by celebrating even your small wins, I learned that big time at the end of the last quarter of last year. Like whatever type of win, if you met your goal that month, if you got a client, a new client, celebrate small wins. And I'm talking about going to get ice cream, going to get your favorite meal, going to get your favorite drink, something small. Celebrate yourself. We don't take any time to be grateful of our wins and to celebrate our wins. We're so big on what's next. Like, that's part of self-care too.
Listen, I started to have words right now because yes, ma'am, it is. I'm on to the last question. Any advice for women looking to try something new this year? Do you have any advice for the girls that want to try something new, something different?
Do it. Let me say something. Just do it. I don't care what in a lot of times, don't really listen to the person. If it's something you think about continuously, you think about it, you dream about it, just do it. It doesn't hurt to do it. What are you really losing? What I get scared about now is not that I'm taking a risk. I love taking risks. That's the only way to get better. I'll take a risk in a heartbeat. I took a risk when I moved here from Florida. I took a risk when I left my 9 to 5, and all those things that I did put me in a place to be a better person, right? So I'm big on taking risks. And I feel like if you're thinking about it, you dream about it, you have to do it. Because you don't want to later on, months down the road, and you're sitting to yourself, dang, I wish I would have did that. I don't have any regrets when it comes to anything whatsoever. Everything happens for a reason. So I would just say, just do it. Go for it. But I also say I think a lot of us we try to be this perfectionist because that's what Instagram wants you to be. They want you to be so perfect in this world, everybody, and people they get stagnant. They don't want to do it because it's just not the right time. It's not perfect. I don't have all my things in order, my ducks in order, whatever. You know that saying. So I say don't worry about all that. That's the biggest thing I tell my girls. Like a lot of the girls that I do trainings with, I do the teeth whitening trainings. I show them how to start their own business. A lot of them don't have the funds to get a location at first. So I let them know nothing's wrong with that. I did mobile whiteness for 5 years. You don't have to jump off the porch just because you see that these 21-year-olds, which I don't know, the 21-year-olds now versus 21 when I was younger is so different. They're millionaires, which is kudos. It's amazing. It's amazing, but I'm letting people.
Yes and no. It's literally yes and no. And a lot of people don't know that. Like they don't know that this is literally, like for them, it's literally social media. It's
100%.
You know, okay, but we'll talk about that another day because you have
100% social media. So I try to let them know it doesn't matter. Do what you got to do with what you have. Just go for it. So, you know, that's the advice I would say to anybody who, like you said, is just ready to go, get things started. Do it no matter what, who's in your ear about it. Literally when I started my business in 2011, I had no money whatsoever when I started my business, but I knew I wanted to buy a machine, buy my little products. I think I bought products for enough for like 3 people. I saw those 3 people flip that money, bought more products. Like I just do it. Just go for it.
I know that's right. And that's some sound advice that I'm not even going to follow up on, y'all. Like, you know, good sis was preaching. Hope you had your notes. So that was a really great discussion, and I'm so thankful that we were able to talk about goal setting as a goal getter. You know, sometimes you have to go back in order to move forward, and that was great. That was a really great discussion. Yes. So moving forward, we are to grab your wine. And grab your wine is story time. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to read a story that somebody wrote into us, and we're going to solicit our advice. Okay. You'll go first, so there's no confusion. You're going first. All right, so here we go. Dear Savon, Happy New Year. I am writing you today because I am still in college, and I have been extremely stressed. I feel like quitting. Between life, COVID, and the actual academic work, I feel burnt out. I'm in my junior year. I need some words of encouragement, some wisdom, advice, something. Help.
So, words of encouragement for someone. First of all, the fact that you told me you're in your junior year itself, honey, that to me was encouragement because that means you are near the end. You know, it's not freshman year, it's not sophomore year, it is junior year. That means you only got a little more time. Like that by itself, do what you got to do. Now, I will tell you one of the things I do when I get discouraged, I'm not in college or anything, but I think it applies all around. When I get discouraged, you need to have a sound community. And what I mean by that is that's so important. I didn't realize how important that was until well into my late 20s. How important it is to have just good people you could talk to, express yourself to. And then I have different friends for different situations too. That's another thing. I have my business friends that I can go to. Girl, this week marketing has been like the best, or it has been the worst. My ad's not doing good, whatever. Then I have my friends, my personal life. Then I have my friends on working out. So you need to get a good community. So because what I realized, which made me this is what made me so transparent and so open. Everybody's going through the same stuff you going through. Whatever I'm going through, you don't went through it, or you're going to go through it, or you're experiencing it. That's what I'm realizing. So when you share your story, when I share my story, people are like, girl, I was just going through that last week, or I'm going through the same thing. You got to get good people around you. You can't, and you might have to get rid of some people that are bringing those negative things to you that, you know, that's not contributing to you feeling encouraged and feeling like you can get up and keep it going. So you got to get a sound community. That's big too.
That's the real tea right there.
Yes.
Clearing some space because not everybody is for you.
Yes.
And not and your goals may not be the same goals as the people that surround you. So that's first things first. Let me just go ahead and add on to what you got going, because baby, a community is very, very important. And because y'all know I just graduated just recently, so and I got to catch, this what what you're going through. I was on campus physically in my junior year, and then at like literally right at the end is when they transitioned me from being on campus to being virtual. And mind you, I've never done anything. I in my whole tenure, I've never done virtual schooling, and I was never interested in it until I had no choice. So I totally understand how that could be overwhelming. Excuse me, but I also want to say that, girl, school is difficult. Let's put it out there. Like, it is difficult. So kudos to anybody who's going to school. I've done it. I already know it is difficult. It's no punk. However, I know that it's probably a lot, maybe not a lot more, but a little bit more difficult just because I went through it online. And it's like, so you're trying to be optimistic about something that's already difficult. And then on top of that, it seems like the world outside is crumbling down.
Yes.
I can see how that would be stressful.
Yeah.
But I want to say that you have to get on a different vibration. I'd like to, offer you that. And what I mean by a different vibration is that you have to elevate your energy from whatever's going on in your life to something higher. And you have to literally say that, yes, this is going on around me. Acknowledge it as something that you're aware of. Yes, this is something that's going on around me, but it doesn't have to take on what's inside of me. And you have to start thinking more and say, like, I am better. I'm more than this. I'm more than that. And turn off the television because it's discouraging you. Get off of Twitter because it's discouraging you. Get off of Instagram, it's discouraging you. If those things are, something that you're doing right now, you have to get away from them right now. Yes. And it's temporary. Don't think that it's a lifetime thing. You just got to do this for right now to get you out of this space, because you're done. At the end of the day, you're in your junior year, you're done. It's no quitting. We're not even going to entertain that conversation. You done. Let's get through it. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, I am really good at school. So if you need help, you can call me. And I'll help you with some assignments, because I'm very, very talented at school. However, moving forward.
So you know what? I want to touch on something about that. I also think it's big on, I read a book. I forgot what the book was. And I think it was more so talking about being single. But anyways, it was a book that talked about your why. So a good thing to do is write down your why. Why are you in school? Because you want to better your life. Because you want to, because you want this for your family. You want to break that generational curse. You want to write all down your why. And every time you get discouraged, go back to that why and read it. Read it out loud. Read it in the mirror. Talk to yourselves. Keep mentioning that why. That's huge too. And I want to touch on the fact that you said cut all distractions. Honey, I haven't watched TV since 2017. I don't even turn my TV on. I only have it here for when my mom comes in town or family comes in town. I do not get on, I stay on my business page. I only follow certain people on my business page. Like, that's huge. Distractions are huge, and you got to get rid of them too. Negative distractions. So that's a good point that you hit as well.
Yeah, you have to stay uplifted. You have to stay, like, as difficult as it is, like, if everything around you is moving and it's like, and it's on this energy of like happiness and good and great, like, you naturally start consuming yourself in good and great things. And when you're not in that, you leave yourself open and vulnerable to the negative things. So you really don't even want to attract that first. So, protect yourself, guide yourself, pray, meditate, do all that you need to do in order to get in touch with the best and greatest version of yourself. So that's what we have for you. And baby, I know that a lot of people do a lot of other things, but like I say all the time, I pray, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So I'll pray for you, sweet honey.
Yeah, same.
Your husband got you. Okay.
Yes. I love it.
My cousin, because if you're new to this, new to the show, I am y'all's big cousin. And the reason I'm y'all's big cousin is because your big cousin really don't you know, they're not young enough to know the new stuff. You know,
Yeah.
we know what it is, but we kind of can't work it like that. But we're not too old to not know what it is. So
There you go.
I'm there. I'm not nobody's auntie just yet, but I am your big cousin because sometimes I don't know this stuff.
I love it.
Moving forward, cousins, we'll be praying for you. So thank you so much for sharing. Now we are to the wind down. Okay, and the wind down is a portion of the show where I typically tell you all and present the wine of the day. But like I was telling y'all earlier, I'm on a journey to look like Ashley. So when y'all get onto her business page, y'all make sure y'all check out her reels with her workouts too. I'm like, dang, what I gotta do, what I gotta eat, who do I have to be tap into, honey? Because that's what I want to look like.
I love it.
So because I'm on that journey, I'm not drinking right now. And I told myself that I am not going to drink. And my goal is to be down a few pounds. I'm not gonna say a few pounds by my birthday, which is February 7th. But if I don't reach that, then I'm not even gonna give myself the reward of drinking. So I can't stop drinking. And it's I love wine. Y'all, I have a show based off of wine. So obviously, I'm missing it. But I know who I want to be. And because I'm like zoned in on that, I gotta go get them. So no wine this week, y'all. But I do have a biscuits tea from Sankofa Kitchen. So y'all,
I love it. I love you drinking that tea. So the thing is, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wine is my own. Alcohol wine is my only little bit of indulging I get to do, right? So I love it. I just wanted to do a bit of a fast, and I wanted, with fasting, you have to sacrifice something. So the thing that I wanted to sacrifice was alcohol. So just for 30 days, I want to make that clear. No.
Listen,
just 30 days.
And so I'm just like, see, this sacrifice is enough to make me say, get it together, because I'm doing wine and bread, and let me tell you, baby, I love me a sandwich. I love me a pizza every now and then. So I done gave up wine and bread. Baby, I'm supposed to hit this goal because I want a crackle.
I know that's right. Hello.
So help me. But that is the wine down, y'all. I'm so sorry I'm not drinking wine right now. But y'all make sure y'all put in the comments what you're drinking tonight. Now we are to one of my favorite portions of the show. And I'm sure you all watching know what I'm talking about, but we are to let that shit go. And let that shit go is the portion of the show where we let something go that no longer serves us. We have to let it go. So what are you letting go of this week?
This week, I am letting go of distractions. And what I mean by distractions, I don't just mean like, friends want to call you, go out, whatever. I'm letting go of anything. My biggest thing that I'm trying to do this year is not be so easily, not let my emotions take such a big place when I'm feeling a certain way. And what I mean by that, don't get easily angered by certain situations. Don't get easily, it's hard, but that's what I'm trying to do. So I don't want any distractions on any level. As far as if I say this day is what I'm doing content that day until 4:00 p.m. No distractions. Phone goes on do not disturb. I am working. That's work. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not texting back. That is me. And no distractions. I want to be focused. I want to get what I need to get done, because at the end of the day, I want to celebrate myself. I want to celebrate my wins. I want to celebrate reaching my goals for that week. And I know I want to celebrate by going out, taking myself out to eat, doing little things. So in order to get to celebrate myself, I have to stay focused. So no distractions. I'm letting distractions go. No distractions on any level.
You gotta let it go. It don't serve you. This week, you guys, y'all know that I like to really be honest with y'all and transparent with y'all, because I believe that if I leave myself open to be vulnerable, it allows you all to be vulnerable with me as well.
Yes.
So this week, I am letting go of thinking that I'm always right.
Ooh. First of all, I'm gonna sip this water for you to even admit that.
And
that's a hard one to admit.
I'm really at a turning point in my life. And this is how I know I'm at a turning point in my life because, you know, a long time ago, my mom told me you have to let people and things go. And if they come back, you know, then that means that you were meant to be.
Yeah.
I was in a long-term little friend situation.
Yeah.
And this person kept telling me the same thing over and over. He kept telling me, I love you. I'm with you. I'm down for you. It's whatever. It's whatever for you. But you got to start wanting stuff for yourself. You got to start wanting this for yourself and that for yourself. And it was really hard for me to understand what he was saying. So, like I said, things happen for a reason. We had got into a really heated argument, and I was like, that's it. That's all. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And it was so crazy that after that happened, it was like something in my body knew that that had to happen. Like it had to transpire. It was no way around it. It had to go down exactly like that.
Yeah.
And after it happened, I literally told myself that that was silly. And I said, that was not only was it silly, but it was my fault. And so after that, we didn't talk for 2 weeks. I'm talking about no text, no call, no nothing.
Wow.
Didn't say anything. And in those 2 weeks, mind you, this isn't just my little friend. This is my person. I really enjoy them. I enjoy everything about them. I enjoy what they pour into me. I enjoy pouring into them. This
So
is
it's like
something.
a best friend, kind of.
It's like a best friend, but we're intimate.
Yes.
So it's everything.
Yes.
So I'm treating my best friend dog bad and had no idea I'm treating somebody that I absolutely love and adore and admire like shit because I'm not in tune with myself.
Yeah.
And so in those 2 weeks of solitude, I realized that, sweetie, sometimes you are the problem.
Yep.
Am I what is that? What's that TikTok? Am I the problem?
Am I wrong? Am I the problem?
Is it me?
Yeah, right.
And it was me. And so in like 2 weeks, I literally said, yo, sometimes it really is me.
Yeah.
And it's because it's not even that I'm lacking, but I'm not in tune with who I really am. And I done got lost somewhere on this journey to my assignment. I done got out of alignment with my assignment, and I'm starting to think it's you. When
right.
It's me. So I had to step back and say, sometimes, sweetie, you are the problem. Sometimes you be wrong. And so, after the 2 weeks, I came back to him and I said, you know what? You don't even have to take me back. But I'm going to let you know something. We gonna be together after I get myself together.
That's right. Hello.
And so he was so taken back that he was like, okay. And so I was like, after saying that and really feeling it and feeling a different type of conviction about it, I know that I'm in a space of really wanting to grow instead of, just going through the motions of growth. I'm really in a new space to where I'm like, nah, it's time for me to grow. It's time for me to expand. It's time for me to do more, be more, and want more of myself, because that's all that person wanted for me, was to want more for me. And you can't do it for me. I have to be in that space for wanting it by myself. So this week, all of that to say, this week, I gotta let that shit go. Sometimes I'm the problem.
Yes.
It's what it is.
And you know what? That's so dope that you realize that on your own. Unfortunately for me, I had to go through therapy. So I'm still doing like little sessions. I highly suggest everybody take at least 1 or 2 sessions for therapy, right? I had to learn that through therapy. So the fact that you were able to realize that on your own, kudos to you, honey.
Thank you, girl.
Seriously.
You got to dig deep. That's all I like to say. It's like you really have to dig deep. So whenever y'all are ready to start admitting that sometimes your problem, hey, go to counseling, dig deep. That's all I can say.
For sure.
But after we let that shit go, we definitely have to drink to that. And I'll drink to that is the portion of the show where we celebrate something about you. So what do you want us to celebrate about you today?
Ooh, what do I want to celebrate about me? I want to celebrate my resilience, my resilience and my consistency. I am super consistent. I know a lot of people struggle with consistency, but I'm ridiculously consistent. Like I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm consistent with it. And I will tell you, and no matter what, I'm always going to revert back to my business. So I'm resilient and I'm consistent, and I want to celebrate that.
girl, and I'm gonna drink twice for that because, baby, I love some Ashley content. Okay, it's good. It tastes delicious.
Yes.
Keep coming with the content, because, baby, I'm watching. I'm liking. I may not be doing all of the squats and stuff that you doing, sweetie, because it's a little advanced. But I'm watching, girl.
I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love that for you. So, I'll do that. What are we gonna celebrate about me, y'all? The only thing that I can think about right now is, y'all, we've been doing this a year. All of these beautiful women soliciting their advice, coming together as a sisterhood. We have been doing this for a year, and I can't be any more thankful to everybody who rode this out with me. And we gonna have some more years and some more cheers.
Yes.
So, I'm so
definitely drinking to that, honey.
I'm telling you, thanks y'all, and I love y'all so much. Last but not least, because we didn't talk about this, tell everybody how they can find you.
Oh, okay. So you guys, those workout videos that she's referring to, that's on my personal page. I try to sometimes upload to my business page. I feel kind of weird sometimes uploading to my business page, but I know I should to be more personable. But if you want to look at just some good content as far as working out videos, my personal page is SoFlo Dental Babe. That stands for South Florida, because that's where I'm from. So SoFlo, SoFlo Dental Babe, BABE. But my Instagram, if you're in the DFW area, which most of your people probably are, my Instagram for my business page, where I offer teeth whitening treatments here in Dallas and McKinney, is Sparkling Bright. That is my business information _ Sparkling Bright. And that's where you'll find me. Anything teeth, right? I post a lot of motivational quotes and videos and things of that sort on there as well. It's a fun page to follow. I get a lot of people just follow me just for the inspiration and motivational purposes. But that's my Instagram _ Sparkling Bright. And then SoFlo Dental Babe is my personal page. That's how you can find me. Okay. Same on Facebook, Ashley Ramsey on Facebook. LinkedIn, Ashley Ramsey. So that's where you can find me.
Absolutely, positively love it. Like I said, there is nobody's content that I watch more than Miss Ashley, y'all. So y'all definitely have to tap into it. You get smiles and you get workouts. Like, I don't know what it's to me. There's no better combination. Like, I know y'all see me cheesing. Y'all know I love some teeth, child, and I love some workout. May or may not do it, but I love me a good workout.
I love it.
We're going to keep following and we're going to keep supporting as best as we know how. Let us know how we can support, girl, because we love it. We love it.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely love it. You guys, you can follow me at 2 SCVON on all social media platforms, y'all. That's all social media platforms. For all that makes Dallas Complete, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. That's at Complete with a K Magazine on all platforms. www.complete magazine for all of what makes Dallas Complete. Y'all have to check out all of the new content. We are revamping Complete, and I'm so excited.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It's a lot of change in the air, and it smells good.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Last but not least, we got to shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Say My Name Media. Are you looking to increase your online presence? Be sure to check out Say My Name Media for graphic, web design, photography, and videography needs. www.saymyname.com. Shop Face Off Boutique, where everything on the site is $30 or less. That's beauty on a budget. www.faceoffboutique.com. Do y'all like my lashes?
They look real good.
Face Off Boutique, y'all. Get into it. I want to thank you one more time for joining me on this live. Thank you for joining us on our anniversary episode. So excited and so ready to go and get at these goals. You have been so inspirational of all the things that you've done, from moving to establishing yourself down here, and also just being really transparent with us and telling us that, hey, sometimes it really ain't sweet. Sometimes some people can't go with you. Exactly. But on the other side of that is a redemption. What? So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes, of course. I'm honored to be on here. That I didn't even. This is your anniversary. This is amazing. I appreciate you for having me on here. I'm honored, to be honest.
Thank you so much. I have nothing but praises for you. But I'm gonna do that in public and I'm gonna do that in private. So until next time, y'all, I'll grab the wine.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Have a good night. Thank you so much.
Good night.